Welcome to the Whiskey Brothers podcast. Holy shit, we are for the first time not in the Banco Popular Studios. I guess I'm Slade Ham, joined by John Wessling, the Right Reverend Robert L. Mungle. Sam Damaris is absent up in Seattle with the comedy competition, and in his stead, we are joined by a very good friend of ours.
Oh, Sam Damaris. He was kicking some ass up there.
First place in the first round.
My horse in there. She died. Fucking.
Who was your horse?
Christine Levine.
Oh yeah, she
Mamou. She thought she could do the same rape jokes as openers that she could do with my audience. Didn't work out as well. With,
it's tough.
Yeah,
it's tough when you're going fourth at Whidbey Island.
That fourth voice you hear is Doug Stanhope.
Oh yeah,
we're Dougie. Thanks for joining us for a bit, man. It's good to see you. I haven't seen you since fucking Beaumont.
I haven't seen you since then.
No, I don't think so.
Fucking terrible. I honestly thought you started that club just out of spite to make me come there to watch me die.
Here's the thing, man. There was a beautiful moment that we shared where out of 4 shows, you took 2 standing ovations, and I gotta hand it. It was 2
that
sold.
Never happened.
It's not a lie. You took 2 standing ovations, but 2 of those other shows,
those standing ovations were people walking out.
No,
trying to clap the dirt off their hands.
There was a moment though in this last show on the Saturday night where I'm standing behind the bar and it's people are filing. I mean, they're just done. It's fucking backwoods Beaumont, and they're done, and Doug knows they're done, and he's making them more done. And
there's only one way to go.
There's this beautiful moment where you just look over at the bar and you go, well, we gave it a shot. We'll never do it again.
Beaumont's not your people. I can't believe that. Jesus Christ.
It was like a bad relationship or something where you're just like, oh, well, we'll try it again. And it did.
But you thought Slade was running it. It would like. No,
there's nothing you could do. It was and that's I think your weekend was probably the one that made me realize. I was just like, yeah, there's no fixing this. This is
I loved Beaumont, but that was the club where you didn't really run it, you just started it.
Yeah,
it ran. Beaumont crowds are like a assortment of cattle. Sometimes they're good cows, sometimes they're mean.
But you want the best out of a city, and your weekend was always like that wonderful little litmus test because we tried. I marketed it intentionally. I was very careful to make sure that no bachelorette parties showed up or nobody just wandered in.
That's the best.
No.
There's no way to market
not the fucking best.
That is the best.
When everything on the website and everything in the promotion goes, look, do some
when
research.
You say X-rated, dirty.
That's not what I said.
All right.
That's not what I said. What I said was do some research before you walk in because you're not going to get a refund thinking you came to a regular comedy show.
Research in Beaumont?
Yeah, no shit.
They went down to the library.
The internet.
What is this Stanhope feller?
But anytime you disclaim a show like that, they assume it's going to be, she sucked my hootie, you bad. No,
but it was not that kind of disclaimer. It was.
But they will take it like that.
Do
There's no
research.
way to disclaim what I warn.
I agree, but what's the
They
answer
know your
to that,
family's coat of arms, but they don't know any of your jokes.
What's the answer to that is move out of fucking Beaumont.
Well, and I'm gone.
I'm glad you found out that answer.
You know, a little bit of trivia. I know we did this earlier. I'm a trivia guy. You know the town in Footloose? You know what the name of that town
Beaumont,
is?
but
Beaumont.
it's spelled Beaumont.
Because they can't even spell that shit right. That's right.
How did they remake that movie, by the way? How is there a city anywhere in 2011 where it's illegal to dance?
Clearly you've never
Waco.
Yeah, it's a
Baylor
Baptist.
University. You cannot dance.
Whatever.
They'll tear the buildings down. Did you know that was true?
What?
Yeah, so the old fucking Baptists that founded a bunch of the shit on Baylor, that's why they can't have school dances. They're like, we'll pay for this $1 million building, but if there's ever a fucking student dancing on campus, we will tear it down with our own money.
And they did say fucking.
Yeah, they did.
Fucking student dance. That's bullshit.
It's in the verbiage.
Yep.
It's in calligraphy.
Which is a lost art.
Is this still on?
No,
next
it's
to me?
not.
This
is a replay.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the remix.
Somebody make it go. We were sitting in here. The Republican debates were tonight,
It really did fuck up my set.
I walked in to say hi and drop the gear off.
I
and,
just wanted to fucking see how much time they gave Ron Paul, and then I got into it, and I was kind of sober, so I didn't really have anything to say to people. So I just stared at that.
It was just it's sad to me that Ron Paul gets absolutely. I'm watching Doug try and
You
work
know,
this fucking.
yeah,
Just give it here. I'll make
You
it
know
out.
what would be sadder is if I had my reading glasses and had to put them on, which I have to do in bad lighting now.
Is the goal to turn it off or?
I have to.
The goal is just
I have to tell you, this is the first time we've ever done a show in the Banco Popular Mobile Studios where I can actually smoke.
It feels pretty
it
good.
makes it so much better.
Oh my God, this is liberty. This is liberty.
You guys make me miss it like bad.
No, fuck you.
No,
get back on the.
No, I really miss not smoking. I spent a year of not smoking. It was so good, and now I'm right back to where I can't concentrate.
I quit 3 years ago. I was like 3 packs a day though. 4 if I could smoke on stage. I was as committed as you possibly.
Smoke on stage.
Wow.
You got up early to sleep.
But it was legitimately like it was. I was buying.
You smoke 4 packs a day.
I bought a
80
carton.
cigarettes.
Yes,
That's like
It's
one
a
back
Bob
to back.
Seger
I'm
song.
trying to do the math. How
smoke
many minutes in a
5
day?
packs of cigarettes a day.
That's impressive.
And then you sit down and do the math.
I was
7 minutes. Per
I was
cigarette.
very committed to like I mean it was like an identity thing. Like it was I was latched to it and I quit but there's still this moment of even 3 years later where
when we're sitting here loving it,
the art of it,
enjoying it,
like the concept
having the joy
of
in our
holding
mouths.
it and you're holding fire in your fucking hand like
Yeah,
that is
But
glorious.
there are people that can only smoke at times like this.
that. See, I can't do that though.
Yeah, I can't do that.
I admire the people. I've got friends who are like, oh, I smoke half a pack every 3 days, and it's social. And when I'm around a situation like this, I just fucking smoke a cigarette. If I could do, you're not even a smoker.
But I
at
do
that
coke
point.
like that. I
agree. I agree.
can do a bump and then just go about like, oh, thanks,
And everything's cool.
Because I really like tonight would have been a great night for a bump because I was so fucking sluggish and off on stage. A bump would have done me good, and I would have gone right home afterwards and not like, oh, where's your hookup? Where's the connection?
Right, the 5 o'clock in the morning. Fucking, why are we still here?
Where's that guy?
You know what? That reminds me of a story. I don't know. You weren't there, Doug. But there was a time when we were doing drugs, and we got a bunch.
6:30.
Yeah, it was 7:30 last night. It was on the road, and there was cocaine to be had, and somebody got it wet, and so it turned into that mud like it always does. Let me tell the listeners out there right now, I know now how to dry out fucking cocaine if you need to. There's always a Bible in the fucking hotel, right? You take it's 2 pages.
Not the page you masturbated.
Yeah,
That'll
that's
make
in
it
the front.
come to
You go
your
to the
skull.
back. Go to the back.
Are you serious? You speared cocaine on a bike?
We
If cocaine turns the Bible, it comes alive like the Necronomicon and starts biting you and it freaks the fuck out. You're unlocking the Holy Seven Seal, motherfucker. You don't do that.
I'm telling you, it worked. We put it in a towel. We did all this shit. Here's what you do: you take 2 pages off of a Bible, rip it out, right? Put the mud cocaine in it, and use the dryer that's provided by the hotel and it will dry the fuck out.
Wow.
Don't use the microwave; that'll fuck it up.
Well, I the other day I
don't know. By the way, I don't know any of this shit.
Of course not.
I was
No.
told this.
Oh, yeah.
I had a moment though the other day. This literally like 2 nights ago, and I went to pull my clothes out of the dryer the other day, and I'm dumping everything into the laundry basket, and I find this little clear baggie of what looks to be like a wet, pasty white substance. And I'm literally freaking out. I'm like, who put this in my fucking pocket? This isn't, I didn't, how did I miss this? How did this happen? And then it's sealed on both sides. It's one of those silicone packs, but it's, because I got new jeans and it fucking.
That biker rally, you can sell the silica gel for $20.
But that's what freaked me the fuck out.
You got some of that silica gel?
I was in
got 2 bags
Philadelphia,
of jerky.
Philadelphia in 2006, probably playing this club that was way like over like Great White packed. You couldn't hardly get to the stage. It was just a small place and too many people. And we're selling merch where I'm standing on a booth at the exit where my girlfriend is selling the merch. I'm standing behind her on top of the booth, and someone palms me some Coke as I'm trying to sign shit. It was just fucking chaos. And I gave it to her. I'm like, here. And she's like trying to sell shit, and I'm standing up there signing shit. And then it finally cleared out, and I go, where's that bindle that word I stole from Joey Diaz? Word I stole from Joey Diaz. If I steal Joey Diaz, I admit it. Let me tell you, I'm not Ralphie May. I love you, Ralphie. Good luck with your pulmonary embolism.
Oh god, Johnny's biting his fucking tongue right now.
I don't know how long we have Doug for, but I gotta say, Doug,
Doug's- where are you going?
if you could, just for the, you don't listen to the podcast, and I understand that.
I will. Once I figure out podcasts, I'm getting rid of Sirius Radio.
That's what all our listeners are doing.
What's the?
Yeah, no, it's.
But I'm just saying, if you could, just say the word Bieber just once.
Oh, seriously, Rob?
And he talked over it.
Yeah, I talked over
Talked
it.
over it.
Bieber. I'll just throw it. It's my new catchphrase. In fact, tomorrow night in Oklahoma City, I'm selling Bieber T-shirts with my crazy face. Hey, Bieber. With 3 question marks. Bieber.
We had an issue where when you don't do podcasts, but in the first couple of episodes of the podcast, there was Bieber came up like 4 times in the first 4, which it should never fucking happen. This little kid,
Grown man, all above 30.
Brain rape.
I got
You shouldn't know these people, but you're forced to.
right, and I
They're raped
get
into your
an
head.
email from a friend who goes, "Hey, you're 4 fucking grown men that brought up Justin Bieber twice in 4 hours."
But that's the force of media, where we don't listen to any medium, we don't watch any channels that carry. You don't watch fucking MTV. You don't listen to any. But I don't want to know Justin Bieber.
You shouldn't.
You raped that into my head like Sandusky did into a 10-year-old boy in a shower. You fucked my head into knowing who Lady Gaga is. Like, just saying that fucking word is like having to order moons over my hammy. Like, I don't want to say it. Actually, I like the products in moons over my hammy, but I don't want to say that faggoty word. I don't want to say Shia LaBeouf. Who's in that movie? I'm not going to say. It's fucking... But you're making me... Oh.
Doug, I believe that's in the industry that's called market penetration. That's how they get those words to reach people that don't even give a fuck about it.
In this case, it's going to be, here's your refund, Houston. Sorry I was sluggish. I started to catch a stride on the podcast.
All right, look, we got to take a quick break. We're going to come right back. Doug Stanhope joining the Whiskey Brothers. We'll be right back with more podcast.
If you want the Whiskey Brothers to perform live near you, contact your local comedy provider or top-notch music venue and send information to booking@praisewhiskey.com. Now, back with more Whiskey Brothers.
We're back. More Whiskey Brothers podcast. Slade Ham, John Wesson, Rob Mungle.
I'm turning into a real-life Neil Hamburger.
Doug's cough
My
is a
jokes
special
suck
guest.
and I fucking cough up lungs.
Slade, if I may.
You may.
I
don't know what you're about to do.
I had the pleasure of touring with Doug Stanhope for 3 weeks one time in Texas back in like 2000.
You made it longer than most.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
when
It was a
Christine
good time.
Hodge.
It was
Yeah,
a
I
good
know.
time. I had to drive this motherfucker from Houston. We started in Houston and we ended up in, I think, San Angelo, somewhere out in West Texas.
You're
But we
going to
did
San Angelo with me and Sam.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and we did shows along the way. And when we got to Waco, no, where's A&M?
College
It's
Station.
3 a.m. and we're drunk.
College
Station. We got to
enough.
College Station in a fucking Italian restaurant. And there's 2 other things in the story, but we get to the fucking show in College Station, and Doug had been upset. He had been quiet, as he's not often is. He's a little sullen, and he was dating a woman at the time.
Yeah.
He goes on stage, unbeknownst to me. It doesn't happen to, I don't know anything about this. He goes on stage and he says, and there's only like 8 people in the fucking crowd, and in a fucking Italian restaurant, he says, "You know what? Hey, Rob, you're in the back." Yeah, Doug. I found out my girlfriend is fucking the Prince of Monaco.
She just blew him for the record.
His girlfriend.
By now, he might be the king of Monaco.
He found out
know.
Is that for real?
Yes. I didn't just make that up. Doug, if you want to expand.
I remember doing a joke about it, saying, I won't tell you who he is, but I'll tell you what he does for a living. He's a Prince of Monaco.
What does he really do for a living? He attends parties.
Princes.
Yeah.
And I was doing ex-wife jokes at the time. He was like, "You know what? Fuck you, Mongo. I found out my girlfriend was fucking a guy from the Inquirer."
I imagine when she told you, it was still sort of a bit of a humble brag, like when a guy cancels a week, but he's doing Leno. It's like, well, good news is, or bad news is, I fucked around on you, but it was at the Prince of Monaco. So.
No, she used to date. She was Simone from Head of the Class.
It was
The
her.
redhead- the
Yeah, I
redheaded
remember when you were
girl.
dating
She
her.
used
That's
to
what I hung
date-
out.
Yeah, she used to date the Prince of Monaco, which means she used to blow him.
Yeah.
I used to
Clandestine
date him.
locations.
Yeah, I used to date a lot of girls that blew me after a show.
I thought you
But
meant.
I wouldn't brag about them because they weren't princesses.
I thought
They
you
were
meant.
pigs. God bless you all. I remember every one of you every time I get stressed out and a blister pops up.
I remember when you were dating her and you were telling me one time, this is like 98, 99, that she got food poisoning, almost died. But she was like, man, I lost 18 pounds. I want to go back and eat there again.
See, this is why I want to write a biography from your memories. It's called a blotto biography because I don't remember shit until we sit around and talk about it. I go, oh yeah, I forgot. Like I think my past is just I got older and I moved. Like those are the things I remember. And I was with a different girl, but
Yeah, but in the meantime, you got secondhand Prince of Monaco dick. That's kind of. That's a fucking chapter.
Yeah, it doesn't really. As you get to your golden years, as I call 44, the twilight years.
And by the way, guy, just really, you and I are the same age. Goddamn, these fuckers fuck with me all the time because I'm old.
Man,
Finally.
he lives the life of Keith Richards, and you look worse than he does.
You know what?
How'd that happen?
But you never had the demon of success.
Write that show title.
I got it. Holy shit.
That's why failure is a preservative.
Never felt you had to try.
That's right. You know what? And on that same tour, by the way, this fucker, he says, "Yeah, I rented a car. We'll drive from Houston to all these shows, and we'll get to the last one. You fly back. Okay, great, fine,
Fly back from San Angelo.
Do I owe you money at the end of this podcast?
But he picks me up at my fucking apartment, right?
Rob orchestrated this to hit you up for a Southwest airline ticket.
He picks me up in the car. We're going to drive through Texas in August.
Oh, lovely.
He doesn't get any air conditioning because he likes to drink all night and sweat out the shit while he drives to the next
You do that
gig.
too? I do the exact. Are you fucking kidding me?
Because you don't have
One
air
time I
conditioning.
drove from L.A. to Fresno in May, which is hot
no,
in
no.
California,
Yes.
with the windows rolled up and the heat not blowing but on. It was on heat, and I got out of the car with my fucking shoes squishing, like like I just got out of a pool. And then I found out that's bad for you. Like, you die.
Wait,
will
it's not,
fuck
it's
your
not good.
kidneys to
No,
death.
I do that. My AC went out 4 years ago in my fucking brand new car, and I haven't replaced it in 4 years because I believe that the sweat helps me get over it. Like I sweat out whatever the nights.
To an extent. That makes you make you die.
It can also make you die, yes.
Yeah, when your tongue tastes like a
Martin
salt
Lawrence
lick.
had a thing where he's out in a sweatsuit when he had a gun in an intersection. And, then they go, and he could die from that. So he maybe he had dementia. Like, oh, I did that just for fun.
Side story. You remember he said that? Remember that happened with Martin Lawrence?
Yeah, when he ended up
Because
in
he was
the
getting
street
ready for
with
a
the-
boxing movie, right? You want to know why? He thought he had a chance to get the lead in Ali. That was exciting. It wasn't even like he was in the movie. It was for the audition to beat out Will Smith.
He
for
couldn't
Ali.
even be Frasier. He's more chimpanzee than gorilla. Is
He
this
couldn't
being
even be
taped?
Sugar Ray, the band.
I'm gonna have to make a giant apology tomorrow in front of the Academy Awards for making a racist comment.
That's
What a
Ed-
cunt that guy is.
Oh,
I spent
Jesus.
all night trying to figure out how to make what a cunt Brett Ratner is for apologizing.
Oh, but that was
he's a cunt as a person, but for apologizing falsely. How do you make that into 140 characters on Twitter? Like, and I did. And that's why if you look at my last night's Twitter, which is not last night by the time you hear this, I go, instead of saying something bad, I'll just say, I like Neil Brennan. I'm always happier when I say something nice.
Ratner basically stepped down for saying something. He said the word facts.
Rehearsal is for facts.
Rehearsal is for facts.
Yeah.
And
Which, by the way, is what Chuck Berry said. He said that very same thing.
Yeah, but Chuck Berry sucked dick.
He was rehearsing.
That's why I want to come out of the closet like because I don't fuck anymore anyway. So why not just say I'm gay and then get away with
Chuck
stuff?
Berry's not gay. You're thinking of.
I know. I'm casting aspersions on people who aren't going to ever fight this because they won't hear it. Let's talk to the waitress. Why? You taking it away? Oh.
She's doing side work while we're in here.
Who's the worst comic
Yeah.
as a person that you've had to deal with?
grab Johnny's mic real quick.
No,
grab
you need-
Johnny's
you need a
mic.
microphone.
You're
You need a
You're
microphone.
anonymous at this
Yeah,
point.
I said you're the waitress. You ever
yeah.
watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Your waitress X,
You're
and
the
I'll
waitress.
put a filter on your voice, and you'll sound all.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't need a filter.
Worst comic as a person.
Remember? No, I don't know if I'm allowed to say.
Yeah, you can.
I'll cover you.
You
You're
can.
good.
Remember when Tony
Talk
Rock
into the hole.
came in here?
Tony Rock?
He was the biggest douchebag I think I've ever met.
Really?
Yeah.
Because he's black?
No, he was just trying to like. I don't.
Was he trying to get up on that?
Yeah, and the
Ah.
entire weekend, and then he left me. He didn't leave me with shit the whole week.
You do have a kind of a fuck me personality. Which
Asshole.
No, you're kind of cute and flirtatious and sweet, and you have to remember when you get to an age, because we used to get some pussy. Yeah. You get to an age where you like a lot of comics don't realize they're being nice to you because you're the comic,
Right.
and they don't.
Why are you looking at me when you say this?
Because you're old like me, and we used to fuck a lot of girls that were cute like that when we were nobodies because they wanted to fuck us.
Right.
But now they don't want to fuck us, and now they're nice to us because we're like people are coming to see us, and you go, oh yeah, that's right, I'm fucking hideous now.
I don't have the benefit of success.
A lot of comics don't have that filter where they go,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that girl is nice, I'm gonna fuck her. No, you're gonna.
That was nice when I brought you your marinated chicken.
I know you've been. That's why I'm saying you've been sweet and nice the whole time. That's my point. But there's still something that's deep in your fucking psyche.
So what was in your psyche?
No. When you're a young comic, making it like, oh yeah, you didn't want to sign a deal with a network. You wanted to fuck a waitress after a show. That's all. That qualified you as a good comic.
That look on
in
her-
some level.
That look on her face right now, though, is ask me that question
Have you fucked
again.
a comic yet?
No.
Yeah, good night. It was probably Tony Rock. He gave you a wrong number, didn't he?
Yeah, well, then she hasn't fucked a comic. Yeah, don't worry.
Wow.
But that was honestly
That was true.
That
That's
was
the
a
only reason
big
I
thing.
got into it.
It's odd. I look at Pussy now. There was a scene in 28 Days Later
Okay.
where
I'm trying to put this together in my head
he
before you
wakes
get
up
there.
out of the coma. The world is gone. He's walking around, doesn't know he's still in his hospital, Johnny. He's going up the steps of a bank, and there's stacks of cash. And he starts scrambling and picking up this cash, not knowing it has no value. And once I lost my sex drive, it's exactly the same thing. Where a girl smiles at you, and she's cute, and she's hot, but it got no value anymore. Like, I want that to be valuable, even though it's a false
You're like, I
value.
can't spend this. This is useless currency.
It's useless currency.
And the worst
like
part
a
These are
peso.
Confederate dollars.
and the more dismissive you are of it, the more they actually now want to fuck you.
Yeah, now you go, oh, shit, can I get you to fuck one of my friends that still needs this? Because I know this will feed hungry comics. I'm just fat.
Hungry comics. Oh, Sarah Talamash is here in the room.
I hope
too.
this isn't one of those times that it was just funny if you were there. I hope this podcast is actually funny tomorrow.
It will be. I'm almost certain.
That's good.
That's a hi
That's
to
good.
Sarah Talamash and Diane Cups
Sarah
Gallagher
Sarah
Cups.
Talamash was on the show we had.
She sat
just
in
a
on the
couple days
last
ago.
episode, so she did well too as our first female in studio guest. It's we're up with the times, Dougie.
Who was it? Oh, hang on. Waitress is back.
For those of you just now listening, the waitress has just walked into the room.
Wait, all right. Not,
Was it
who
Shucky
was
Ducky?
It? What? Quack, quack. Hang on.
Ducky Ducky. Who just said
Oh, did
Shucky
you-
Ducky?
Did you hear the Herman Cain thing?
Did he do a Shucky Ducky quack
Did he
quack?
say Shucky
Herman
Ducky?
Cain got into some fucking shit on the internet, and the only person I remember that remembers Shucky Ducky is Hedberg. We used to make fun of Shucky Ducky because one time Hedberg's girlfriend at the time, Jana Johnson, went to Ralph's because Hedberg used to make fun of Shucky Ducky.
Shucky Ducky.
And,
Quack, quack.
and she went to the Rock and Roll Ralph's on Sunset, and the cashier fucked up, and she goes, Shucky Ducky, and came back and told us, and we were laughing our balls off. Herman Cain. Google Herman Cain Shucky Ducky. They get into a big thing, and they're like, "That's some urban thing." Like, not even addressing that that's from a comic that was like a hat bad comic.
He was horrible.
And I called Shawcroft and I go, "Did you hear about this Shucky Ducky?" And then I realized this is even before Shawcroft was in Hedberg's
Yeah,
life.
exactly.
Right. John Doerr answered the phone.
Want to share Shucky Ducky, Herman Cain with someone, but I don't know anyone who remembers Shucky Ducky.
When I used to wake because back before how long that was like the 80s, like early 90s.
1997.
I would wake this
I did a
before I did.
one-nighter with Shucky Ducky in outside
Really?
Kansas City, yeah.
Oh, Shucky Ducky.
And he pulls pussy.
Shucky Ducky. Shucky Ducky, dude.
He pulls waitresses.
Yeah, he can't follow,
does.
but he can
Speaking
fucking
of
pose.
waitresses, all right, don't tell us his name, but tell us.
I didn't do anything.
You didn't do. He raped you? Were you in a Penn State shower? No. What slot was he in? Was he a feature, opener, or headliner? You're gonna lie.
Depends
now.
which
You're
show.
thinking about lying, but he was an opener, wasn't he? He was an opener because he was a local. You
She's
thought you'd
walking
see
out.
him again.
She's walking out
Yeah,
now.
but it was an opener. It was a host. You're not denying.
But Doug,
You're
it was a
not
showcase, and they were taping.
Have you seen him?
All of the above.
Oh, interesting.
It's a
Oh,
split
a
middle.
one-man show? Was it Colin Quinn with a headset?
The headset. It was Titus.
It was Titus.
All right, she's got to go do it. So we're gonna take a
Have
quick
a
break.
shot and come have a cigarette. Or
We're right back with more Whiskey Brothers podcast.
For more Whiskey Brothers comedy, go to praisewhiskey.com. Back to the Whiskey Brothers in 3, 2, 1.
No. He's at a pizza restaurant.
Dude, that's why I don't order from Domino's. I don't want my address in the system.
We're back. We're back. Turn your mic on. We're fucking.
All right.
This is the podcast. We are the Whiskey Brothers. We're discussing old Houston comedy. I guess. Laugh Stop history.
I brought up Mark Babbitt because I thought in my entire career, Mark Babbitt was by far the best
Club owner?
club booker, owner, or manager that really gave a fuck.
For those of you not familiar, Mark Babbitt ran the Laugh Stop in Houston, Texas for about 10
where I
years.
taped my first 3 CDs.
Yes.
And he was the first guy to book me to open for you. That's
Yours
how I
and
met you.
Hedberg's and
He really genuinely cared about
He did.
the business of comedy.
He did.
His other demons, we will never know.
we'll know some.
But I am a fan to this day. But
He's
tell me his decline.
he's managing. He's managing a Domino's.
Well,
managing. You said he was
managing-
delivering pizza off the air.
Oh, because there's a huge difference between the two.
Yeah, he's managing a Domino's, and all the drivers have hip pocket deals.
Well,
with
he was
Kirsch. Yeah, hip pocket deals with Gersh. He's gonna send them all out to L.A. someday.
Well, he was managing a comedy club, and the rumor is he made a lot more money than his salary.
Well, at least he
So
was
if
smart
he's
enough to
doing that
steal the
at
profits.
Domino's, that's better than embezzling from comedy. But either way, I'm fucking for him.
No, John, you encountered him, right? You were the first one to encounter him in the Domino's world, right?
Just to
No,
clear
who-
it up, he's not delivering.
Well, it depends if
He
someone
didn't
calls
show
in
up at your
sick.
door. He didn't show up at your door. That would be wicked awkward.
That's why I don't order from Domino's. I don't care what kind of special they have. I'm like, it's a trap. Fuck it.
Just randomly, I did have a dream in the last week or two, a very vivid dream where I was working at a Carl's Jr. in an airport where all these famous comics were coming by going, "Why?" And I was happy. That's an honest to God's truth. And I was actually genuinely happy by just working at a fucking Carl's Jr. Not doing this
Here's
shit
your
anymore.
burger, cocksucker.
Yeah, if you want to meet comics in America, just go to the airport on Wednesday or Sunday.
Right, the Chili's in LaGuardia is fucking rich.
Oh, yeah. It's like the fucking Friars Club.
There's nothing worse than that. I don't know how your lifestyles are, but running into another comic when you're hungover as shit in an airport, and then you have to talk, but you're like, fuck.
What's up,
Dane Cook, Bill Burr, like comics. I like any comic. Again, Dane Cook, all that shit about there's a rivalry between Joe Rogan and fucking who. You know what? If I see the worst comic I hate the most in an airport, I'd much rather talk to them than a fan. Where you watch all these assholes at fucking football games, like Ravens in Pittsburgh. Yeah, you see those guys hugging each other after the show. They're having cocktails afterwards. They'd never sit with you. Never sit with you with your terrible towel, asshole.
Dude, I wound up, especially when I lived
Are you
in
gonna have
LA,
a cigarette?
fly out
You
of
can
LA.
smoke. Do you want
Just
to
might.
have a cigarette?
The waitress has entered the room again. For those of you,
I'm not
listening.
going to try to fuck you. Slade will definitely. Slade is known for his giant penis. The genital wart is inside the head, so you'll never see it. What? Oh, you're getting me another? All right. Yeah.
And he's a closer.
I don't know. Coffee's for closers. Get him a Bailey's hand.
Coffee's. Yeah, I'll tell you, I like seeing comics at the airport. Yeah, another round. Let's another drink. Fuck it. I don't
pay
like
for it.
seeing other. I like seeing comics at the airport, but I don't like being on the same flight with them in case of the crashing. I've been on 2 different flights with Sinbad. Sinbad. 2 flights with Sinbad, and the reason I don't like it is because I don't want to die in a fucking plane crash. And then the article says, Sinbad dies in plane crash, also appearing John Wessling. I don't want to be the opening act on our fucking
I
class
was
reunion.
telling you earlier off the air about the death pool that I'm
Oh
in.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
we were talking
So
about that earlier.
anytime someone dies, I call Joby that runs the death pool, and I said, Joby, did anyone have Joe Frazier? Who had fucking Osama bin Laden? So I called him up the other day. I go, does anyone have Lou Holtz? He goes,
he's on
no,
the
why
waiver
did
wire.
he die? I go,
He's on
no,
the
but he's
waiver
on my
wire."
plane.
He's on your plane.
He's on my plane.
Yeah. For those of you playing Deadpool fantasy at home, Lou Holtz is available in 86% of all leagues.
You guys do a Deadpool in Bisbee, yes?
Yeah, it's the first time I get in, and my friend runs it, and I don't know enough about pop culture to
Right.
know like who's the Lindsay Lohans and
Yeah.
again, as I told you off the air, Amy Winehouse, which I always assume is overhyped. Oh, they do drugs. Like anyone that occasionally does drugs that's that level will be castigated. Yeah. Oh, they're a crazy person. They smoke pot.
She has 6 drinks every night.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Matthew
regular people.
McConaughey playing his bongos. He's on the road to hell and death. Well, so I ignored that, and so
I think cocaine was just a gateway drug to Rid-X. She did whatever the fuck you find under the sink. She was like, let me dry it up in the Bible like Mongol showed me. I got a hair dryer and this fucking. I got to get this beehive going every day.
Who's your top 3, Doug? Who's gonna die next?
I just front loaded Celebrity Rehab because I watched that. So Jeff Conaway was my only kill this year.
But that's a reach, though. You get
I have wish list. Sheriff Joe Arpaio is my wish list. Ralphie May, as we talked about, I had to pick one comic. I picked Ralphie May, pulmonary embolism, but survived. I have Muhammad Ali. Joe Frazier dies.
You're like one away.
Yeah, no, yeah.
You have Muhammad Ali. You got to pull off your list. That guy is never gonna fucking die.
He won't.
Yeah.
He won't.
He's
hot.
outlived
We get to
everyone.
repick.
It's
Joe Paterno, if he
he's
survives,
rising. He's rising.
Like Andy Rooney, once he said he's retiring, I go, that's on my. Because he'll
Absolutely.
die with nothing to do when he's cranky.
I was hanging out with Slade on Monday when Joe Frazier died, and just as a lark, we said let's tweet, let's see who has tweet down goes Frazier.
the minute it was announced.
600.
That's exactly where my next question was going. How often, I made some joke to Brian, my manager, about Joe Paterno and the Catholic Church analogy.
Right.
Was he? Oh, they'll trade him to Notre Dame or something. He's like, you could have tweeted that. I go, 1 million people have tweeted that.
Yeah.
And
We were sitting at the open mic Monday night, and it pops up on Sports Center or whatever, whoever like first responder when it comes to dead athletes, and it boom, it's up. And he goes, down goes Frazier. I go, watch this. And I pull up my phone and I go to Twitter and I hit search and I search down goes Frazier. And there were like 25 every second. It was like live updating itself.
And you know what's horrible about that? He got sick for about a month. He had to know that was going to fucking come. When you're that guy and you know you got that.
well,
perfect
I don't
death
think
line.
Joe Frazier was on Twitter.
Nah, but he did that joke.
But you remember, when we started, I turned to Rob Mungle because he's the old guy in the group. You're pretty old.
See, why is
We're
it-
all fucking old.
It's cool.
now.
It's cool when he says it.
Yeah, clearly. Yeah.
We do it twice a week.
Because
and we're
you guys
assholes.
are fucking 6
Well,
years.
yeah, you guys are all fucking way too old to be open mic guys. I've known you all for fucking 10 years at least.
True.
But point being,
Again, that's what I
yeah.
said. Again, I said Tony Rock had the biggest cock I ever fucked. Oh, wait, she's here now. Oh, wait, I'm sorry.
Biggest cock, oddly enough, Gabriel Iglesias.
see, now I'm reading.
It's not
her.
big, it's fluffy.
Yeah,
She doesn't want to fuck comics. She wants to do comedy. Have you ever considered doing stand up? Because you're a very funny girl.
No.
It's here.
Really?
Funny, like, with friends and not.
Hang on. It's this is totally pointless if you just fucking yell it into the ether.
I was gonna talk over. That's all right. No, go ahead.
Funny with friends, but standing in front of a crowd, I would like. No.
Yeah, take that mic back.
Would you? Who's coming up?
I'd
Who's
try it.
coming up?
What?
Who's coming up?
Who's going to be
coming-
here at the
We got
club?
Angela Johnson, Pete Corielli this weekend. Some fucking guy. Kevin Hart. Apparently, he's a good comedian.
All right.
He had a movie or something.
All right. Yeah, this goes nowhere.
Every now and then
gonna just
you're
make
trying
fun
to get
of you,
home
bud.
and you turn into a cul-de-sac. Well, fuck.
Have you said this before?
In my world, 3 lefts make a right.
Clink. Clink.
I am
TL, Doug Stanhope. Thank you for sitting in on our show, my friend.
Oh, yes. Why are there people still out there? You said there's people still out there. Who? They're fans? Well, have them killed. You have that kind of...
You want to take a break to go see your fans?
Go make love to Magic Johnson and then make love to them.
Oh, hey, you hear that? That was
It's doing God's work.
this last week was the 25th anniversary of his
20th.
testing.
20th.
Yeah,
20th.
yeah.
How does he? Okay, look, real quick. Does he?
He's hoarding the cure for himself.
Is that? Do you believe that? Because the controversy or whatever else.
He
it's-
never had AIDS. That's the thing. He had HIV. He
okay.
never had AIDS.
Is that not? It's
It's the same fucking thing.
It's
Rob.
not AIDS. Is the full blown.
AIDS is what happens when you're poor
when you-
and you have HIV.
Clearly-
Yes.
clearly,
If you're
I don't-
poor, yes.
I don't know shit about it. I looked at Doug earlier, and I thought Heavy D died of AIDS. That's how fucking.
No, he died of stairs. serious. He fucking climbed stairs with shopping bags and went, player out.
That's what they had in China back in '99. Stairs, right?
Here, lighter cigarette.
There was a thing. They were doing some stuff on ESPN. But where were you when you found out Magic Johnson had the hip?
I was in a shower at Penn State.
I was
Middle school.
I'm still unclean.
I was watching Sports Center. Same place I was this morning.
I know where I
I
was.
remember where I found out all the sports news.
Serious look
Right.
on Bob Lee's face.
I hate that when sports news transcends into 24-hour
When the
news.
Conrad Murray
Wait.
trial got trumped by. All right, anyway, go ahead.
Oh, dude.
But the fact that you go, all right, I'm tired of Sports Center talking about Joe Paterno. I'll go to CNN.
It's the same
as
fucking
And it's the
Joe
same story.
Paterno.
That's what I'm
This
saying.
is
When-
my problem. This is what happened to me like 2 days ago, when a major player in college sports in a major university is accused of fucking 10-year-old boys.
Yeah.
And that's the number 2 story on the news. The first one was the Michael Jackson trial. Like, there's a fucking guy who's fucking little boys.
Well,
Okay,
And
and
that's the
upstaged by
number-
a story about a guy who was fucking little boys.
yeah, here's the thing, though. On that day,
fucking
yeah,
kidding
you
me?
can lead with the Conrad Murray thing because, yeah, he's found guilty. He's going to jail. He's going to be
Well,
arrested.
that's a whole Nancy Grace headline news has been destroyed into it's like chick news.
Oh, yeah. It is. It's like serious Dr. Phil.
She was kicked off Dancing with the Stars,
Did she finally?
but was she physically removed like a heckler?
She was excised like a tumor.
Like, no,
Escorted
in the middle
out.
of the dance. No, you have to go. And big guy with a fucking earpiece grabs her by the neck and back and puts her outside.
And then
Did
she
you
goes,
see her tit?
and she goes, but I was helping. And
Did you see do you see the pictures of her tit when it popped out?
no, I didn't.
I did.
It
That
looked like the most disgusting nipple. How
I
do you
didn't-
know where to stop blurring? It looked like a fried egg when the yolk breaks. It's just her nipple looked more offensive than the burn guy's face. I mean, I was like, and she farted. She farted on the fucking show.
Wesley's gonna go home going, I can't believe I burned new material.
Kidding me? This is my biggest crowd a week.
he'll be in Friendswood for 4
fuck 'em.
people.
Tell them to go fuck themselves. We'll be out when this is over.
Hey,
Dougie.
hang on. Come back. Unless that's Reed, and then he can come.
You
in.
know, I've been doing that's what I'm doing back in Houston. I do sports talk radio now, and I work at ESPN. And I just started doing play-by-play for high school games.
Reed, fuck off. Come on in.
you can come in.
Yeah,
Sit down.
Well, she was
That
pointing
bitch
at
has
me.
got to go. But
Friends
you,
of yours
you know,
are fine, but any
your
friends
wife.
of mine are not welcome.
oh, suck.
Oh, yeah, they
Jesus
walk into the room
Christ.
looking for cigarettes.
Jesus Christ.
They
You know
don't
what?
even-
my
they don't
God.
even sell them
You
around
want to take
here.
a break? It's like,
They're
I had to fucking pay
$8 a
bouncer
pack.
$20
All right.
bucks to go get some for me.
We're gonna
Yeah,
take.
you can bum one, but I'm gonna make you fucking drive drunk to go get me a pack. You'll get tipped out. Don't worry.
We're gonna take a break. We're gonna be right back. We're the Whiskey Brothers, Slade Ham, John Wessling, the Right Reverend Robert L. Mungle, and
We'll talk about that other whiskey brother when we come back.
Doug
oh,
Stanhope.
that's a tease. That's a fucking
Is that
tease.
you have a Sam Damaris story?
No, old school whiskey brother.
Oh,
oh, Bill Miller.
still more of us when we come right back.
AK-47, the very best there is. When you absolutely, positively got to kill every motherfucker in the room, except no substitutes.
Back to the Whiskey Brothers in 3, 2, 1. Go fuck yourself.
Welcome back to the Whiskey Brothers podcast. Find us online, praisewhiskey.com. We're on Facebook, Twitter, at Praise Whiskey. Call us drunk, 206-495-3134. But you're familiar with the Whiskey Brothers. This isn't your...
Yeah, no, but this started with Mungle and Bill Miller.
Bill Miller, yeah.
Yeah.
who
many moons ago.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to him.
I know what
I
happened to him.
remember that I used to make fun of his teeth, and now I have them.
He was from Arkansas.
Appropriately back there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bill, you know what Bill's doing now?
No.
He had some troubles, and this was
Get
like
the fuck out of here.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, no
What?
shit. He had some troubles
You
legally.
pee in a trash can and it leads to...
That was the least of his problems, and he ended up in a halfway house, and he was voted.
He's probably in the Allway house now.
He was actually, and he probably listens to this shit too, which is crazy. But he actually was voted the best janitor in the halfway house while he was there.
Did
His job was
he
to-
tweet that?
They voted?
There was I don't know.
What, did he have people click on his video?
He was supporting.
At best janitor at Twitter.
Well, but I'll tell you what, Doug. Yeah,
For the month. Then he had to take it down.
we don't replace Whiskey Brothers. We just adopt and add on. Once a Whiskey
Well,
Brother,
why
always
is
a
your
Whiskey Brother.
website Praise Whiskey and not Whiskey Brothers?
because
that's a
funny
great
you should ask.
question.
Funny you
That's
should
a-
ask.
That's a
That's
great
a-
fucking
funny you
question.
should ask.
It's not funny.
It's not funny.
These
but
motherfuckers.
It makes Rob yell. If
You're from Boston. We need to fucking.
if-
You know some people with guns?
Hang on. If you go to whiskeybrothers.com, it's a fucking jug band.
Yeah.
And these motherfuckers, when the internet first opened, they bought that bitch for a
love jug
century.
bands.
Play the jug, Johnny. Play the jug.
Have you ever had the Whiskey Brothers on the Whiskey Brothers
We would
show?
love to.
They won't
They
answer.
won't answer
They
our
won't.
call. We try.
Yeah,
How many fucking Facebook friends do they have? They got
None.
like 4.
None. We fucked them on Google. We fucked them on Google. You search the Whiskey Brothers. It's
I
all
came up
us.
with the Whiskey
They
Brothers
won't
in
answer.
1998,
I
and
know.
they fucking
I
didn't
was
get
there.
they didn't get their website until 2002. But
You were there the day my dad died
I was, yeah.
in Houston at the Laugh Stop. I'm like, I'm not going back for the fucking funeral.
in Houston.
My brother's like, you got to come back.
I just sold out third show on Friday. You know what
get
the
a
bonus
bonus,
is?
faggot.
Yeah. That's why you love Babbitt. He paid so goddamn much. You know what's funny though, Doug? I'll tell you, is why I always have a sour taste in my mouth about Babbitt. We just butted heads all the time. But I was on a Whiskey Brothers show and it was him and Bill Miller, and it was the tent revival.
Yeah.
And I was the choir director, but I did a set and I did a joke about taking a shit. How dare I tell a joke about shitting? Babbitt.
That's all you do.
Babbitt goes ape shit, bans me from the fucking club. You were in town the week right after that. I bought a
Probably more to
ticket.
the story than this.
Oh no, there was plenty more to the story. A lot of fuck you ain't my daddy.
Right.
No one
He was-
bans you
he
for
was-
telling a joke about taking a shit.
Oh, that was
Babbitt-
his only fucking peeve.
He-
That
he
was
had
his
another
only
beef with you.
No, he had a beef about people who did jokes about shit.
And
He
just
did
just
that
just
him.
for the record, he was banging Babbitt's girlfriend while he took a shit.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that part.
Yeah, there was you saw that in her eyes.
I was his favorite waitress's favorite comic.
Boardwalk Empire is just starting, but you see that Steve Buscemi is going to have someone fuck his wife. It's just those people.
I don't get people
Except
that
for Lana.
I never got people that want people to like swappers, swingers. People want to swap wives. Like that's like trading late model Dodges. Why the fuck would you? Why are you into that? Like let's trade credit card bills. I'll make your minimum payments. You make my minimum payments. This is hot, right? Why the fuck would you do
Did you
that?
just call them swappers?
Swappers.
I hate going to those swappers clubs.
I saw that on Discovery Channel.
Everybody's all-
Swappers is a great show.
Swappers is some shit you do when you buy fucking like a whole storage
Well, that's
building.
the same thing. If you're in your 40s and you're trying to get someone else to fuck your wife, it's like, hey man, my lawyer told me I need some concrete proof that she fucked someone else. Will you lay the pipe to this fucking PTA queen over here?
Next week on Swappers.
Stick it to her in the Toyota Sienna.
No, I got
I
your
fucked a lot of friends, girlfriends.
Have you now?
Not recently, but in the day, I don't feel bad about because it's all so
You shouldn't.
silly. Fucking is so dumb
Yeah.
and so over.
Have you tried the knee?
Oh, you don't know about this. Johnny fucked his
Knee
wife's
fucking?
knee.
He fucked his wife. He put his dick between her knees.
I was real
Norm
boner.
Wilkerson does a bit about this. Like, there's some things that you don't want to do to the person that's going to make you breakfast. I'm
She don't make no fucking breakfast.
I'm doing him a disservice by quoting him out of context. But like, yeah, if you want to fuck someone, like, I've always found that the last person I want to fuck is a girl I'm with. Like, because you have to see them. Like, I have to be a normal person the next day.
Right.
And
You don't want the person you love to be involved in that.
yeah,
right?
yeah. I'm embarrassed. Like, I beat off to YouPorn today, and I'm like,
Dude, I love cuckold
and
porn.
then you fucking come, and they're still
guy's sitting
saying,
there
"Yeah,
crying.
you like that, huh? That was good, huh?" And like, yeah, it's the fucking. It's so bait. Shut up. Like, I came. It's so fucking gross.
Yeah, having a
Fucking,
wife you
like-
can't fuck right is like having a sob you can't fix. It's like, you just take it to the guy like, yeah,
are you
you like
working
how your
next
lights
weekend?
come on.
Where are you working next weekend? I bet you have an act that sucks. Everything else you say is funny.
That's why I get up for these. I'm working in Friendswood.
You're not. I'm covering for you.
I know exactly. I can't do it. Fuck.
Yeah. Oh my God.
You're hosting a football game.
I am. Hey, Doug. Okay, all right. I don't want to go back over what we've already done. But I started doing play-by-play for high school football games this last year.
Friday Night Lights.
So yeah, exactly that. And it's playoffs. It's like serious shit now. I'm doing this game I'm doing on Fridays at U of H Stadium. It's like big deal. But last week we were on air and I had Slade on text and he was listening and recording and he was sending me words to say, phrases and shit to try to sneak into the broadcast.
They were titles of the podcast.
So now I need one from you. Just the weirdest shit you can think of. I will work the phrase into the play-by-play call and we'll play it on the
Serendipity.
That's easy. That's too easy.
Serendipity.
It's you got to go better than that. I challenged him with Nazi rape face.
I got in. Here comes the Colonel. Best prom ever. You'll never walk alone.
So you got to pick a phrase that's serendipity's easy.
That's
Anybody
easy. I
can.
can do that.
Shake the baby.
All right.
There it is. There we
Shake
go.
the
That's
baby.
the name of my corporation.
Oh yeah, that'll be my touchdown call. Shake the baby. Touchdown in the corner.
I dare you.
I'll do it. I'll do it. It doesn't pay enough to give a fuck if I get fired. It's calling high school football.
It's obviously not popular enough for them to listen to this goddamn podcast.
No,
and see
everyone
what
gives a shit about the games at
deviant-
the game. Shake the baby. That's happening.
Shake the baby.
That's easy.
Oh,
A
shake
good
that
fumble.
baby.
Shake that
Look
baby.
at that baby shaker run.
Oh, but
Here's- I don't know if you've
He's
been
a
to the,
nigger.
I don't know.
It's Mick Nigger.
I don't-
Sure. Yeah, you don't know.
Just
that.
look, I don't know if you've been to the website or not, but there's a website. If you go to shakethatbaby.com, there's a baby that climbs a tree,
They have shakethatbaby.com.
and this
Of
chick
course they
shoots it, and it
Wait.
falls out of. Have you been to shakethatbear.com?
No. Does this podcast always end with "I love you, man"? Like, how drunk can we be before this?
This could go
Spirals
this could
into
go
it.
2 hours if you
Some
want.
of them just
Should
fade
we
out.
go?
I got this. No, just hang on. Yes. It's totally-
That means you should tip her out.
Better everybody. I got her. It's
Churros.
Oh,
All of you that got free drinks from her should at least sleep with her or let her watch you jack off. Because they're comics.
coincidentally pulling up
It
shakethatbear.com.
is really a treasure to watch comedians masturbate on a toilet seat.
You know what I'm a fan of is the cuddle hustle.
Because you don't get to see the show. That's the problem with waitresses. You don't get to be amazed by the show because you're working. So what we do for the staff is let them watch us masturbate on a toilet.
In the showroom, hearing everything.
Yeah, but you're confused by taxes and money. So at the end of the night, commonly, most generous comics will let you watch the masturbate while they take a loose dump on the toilet.
Speaking on behalf of Doug, I will let you watch me.
How does this
masturbate.
always end up with me with my dick out?
You got that going for you. Yeah.
Whatever you're thinking. Yeah.
Hey, come out to the Houston Improv sometime and enjoy a show. See, I gave you a plug.
And by the way,
No.
we got to think that the Houston Improv has allowed us to record the podcast here, and we would everyone clap, everyone that's left in the audience for the Houston Improv. One of the best comedy clubs for now in the Houston area.
On the I-10 corridor. It's always
Between
good
the
when
loop.
you're staying in a hotel that's on a corridor. That means there's tons of stuff to do.
Your hotel is behind the HOV parking area.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I have to
but
say,
it
we're
is
getting-
beside a Jack in the Box.
And before we end anything, I want to say in the audience. By the way, Johnny, you got to do the United thing. The record in front of a live audience. Yeah.
Oh,
Go ahead. Everyone, quiet for a moment. Go ahead.
He fucked it up. All right, the Whiskey Brothers podcast was recorded in front of a live studio audience.
Like this is good times.
Yes.
Yeah,
and in the
these are
audience,
the days.
if you heard the last podcast, Sarah Tolamash is here. Say hello, Sarah. Say hello. Hello. Yes. She did a great
I'm
job.
trying
She
to
did
pull
a
up
great job.
ShakeThatBear.com on my phone, and it's
On your
Stop
phone?
it. Stop it.
It'll fuck
Stop
your
it
phone
with the
up,
Shake That
man.
Bear.
no, watch it. No,
Yeah.
Look,
there
no.
you go.
You
Dude,
already
look
told
right
me,
at
but
it.
this
Look
is
at it.
bad radio. I'm telling you, it's bad radio.
No, we have this on the
Yeah,
website.
They fucked
People
a bear. I understand.
Watch it.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
see
clo-
him.
I'm gonna
and
close
go,
the show
yeah,
out.
They fucked a bear.
they
No,
didn't fuck
they
the
fucked
bear.
the bear.
I
They
watched
fucked
my
the
mother
bear.
die.
It's not
All right,
Bambi.
watch
And
it.
I was
Fuck it.
bored.
Leave it up
When
there.
you
Let
say
them
it,
I
fucking
fell
look at it.
asleep before she died. I really did.
It's there.
All right.
Watch it,
I've
Doug.
got to
90
close the show down.
fucking
You can
morphine.
you can
But I'm
watch the
tired.
bear, or you
I
cannot. Do you
woke
want to
up.
do another segment? We'll do a bonus segment, or do you want to fucking? We're done.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's
who's watching the bear now?
Exactly.
watching the bear.
I know, but it's not like, yeah, okay, it's fucking a bear. It's exactly the way I think it would be.
It's better than
not
I
gruesome.
thought it would
Like
be.
I have violence and stuff. Like I have a hard time with like the whole neck cutting.
Someone's cutting a neck, they're fucking a bear.
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen a Serbian film?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
fuck
that'll
yeah.
fuck
I have
you
a problem
up,
with
man.
that. Fucking a dead bear doesn't bother
Yeah,
me. You
that's
could be
true.
fucking a dead bear right here, and I try to keep going back to comedy. 'Cause that's
Only you
better.
can prevent
That's
forest
better.
fires.
It's probably as good a
Always
place.
end on a fucking big closer.
Yeah, it's good a place to end this as any. We are the Whiskey Brothers, Slade Ham, John Wessling, the Right Reverend Robert L. Mungle, Sam Damaris, not with us, but Dougie, thanks so
Let's hear it
much
for Doug Stanhope, everybody.
Yeah, let's hear it for me.
for joining us. We're at the Houston Improv, and oh shit, there might be a bonus segment. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll be right back, or we won't. It's over.
It's up to you.
Either way, bye.